this video, you will learn how to send feedback to your students via FormMule MailMerge add-on from a sheet. This can also be feedback that you're providing to the work students have submitted through a Google form. So what we're going to do first is take a look at the assignment Dropbox I have here in a Google form. Notice I'm asking students for their first name, their last name, and most importantly, I'm collecting their email address. Those are the biggest parts that are going to allow your MailMerge to work. So then we're going to jump over here to the spreadsheet where those responses are being recorded. And again, notice that I'm collecting their email address. I have the assignment name here in the link. And then back here, I've got their feedback and their score. So as the teacher, you can totally decide what this looks like. You can add as many categories as you want. You can customize it. You can provide them different types of feedback any way that you would like. I also have another example here of a rubric. This is one for in-class presentations. So what I would be doing here is I could have a class roster already plugged in with my students' names and importantly, again, their email address. And then I have 4 different criteria here and a score that's being calculated, and then also some formative feedback. So what my MailMerge is going to be doing is taking and emailing this feedback to each of my students. So this is just another example of another rubric or another way that you could use the MailMerge. So back to my original rubric here that my students submitted through the assignment Dropbox. Notice I've given each of these responses a score, and I've given just a little bit of feedback here. Obviously, if you were doing this, you would probably give them a little bit more in-depth feedback, but this is just for demonstration today. So I'm going to go over to the add-ons menu, and then I'm going to go down to Get Add-ons. And I want to go ahead and click that Get Add-ons, and then I'm going to type in the upper right-hand corner here under Search Add-ons. I'm going to type in FormMule, and notice it's one word, no space in the middle. And I'm going to hit Enter on my keyboard. And now if you see the picture of the mule over here, you know you've got the right one. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose Free. And I'm going to allow this FormMule MailMerge some permissions to my Google account. And go ahead and click Allow. So I'm basically telling it that it can send emails from my account. Okay, and it's letting me know that it was added under add-ons. So great, we're going to go back over to add-ons and choose FormMule. And I'm going to go ahead and set this up for the first time. And then go over to choose source data and set merge type. All of this sounds really confusing, but all this really means is I'm going to program this MailMerge, my robot, sometimes as I call it, and tell it what I want it to do. For purposes today, I'm not going to have it send right away. I don't want the students to be sent their feedback as soon as they respond because I won't have provided it. And I also don't want it to run on a timer. So you could say, hey, run this MailMerge every hour, but my students won't have their feedback yet. So I'm going to ignore those options for today. And now I'm going to choose the sheet that this is in. So I have 2 tabs down here. I had 2 rubrics in the same spreadsheet. So I'm going to choose the form responses since those are the ones aligned with my Dropbox. And next I'm going to go down to this blue button in the lower right-hand corner and choose to set the templates and the send conditions. Today I'm only going to have one email template that I'm sending. You can set up different email templates based off of the question response to send different feedback or a different MailMerge to each student, but we're not going to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and save now that I've got my one email template chosen. And then I'm going to go ahead, as soon as this blue box over here that says Next highlights, I'm going to hit Next to edit the template. Okay, so here is my email that's composed. And over here on the right-hand side, it calls these merge tags. All these correspond with are the column headers. If we look back at our spreadsheet here, those correspond with that. So I'm going to go ahead. I want the email address to go to their email address. So all I'm doing there is plugging in the corresponding header with that. And then the subject is going to be your assignment feedback. So that'll be the subject for everyone's email. And I want it to say hi, and then I want it to say their first name. So I'm going to go ahead and click first name. Now what this does is it will put the text there that the header says, and then this is where it's going to put their first name. I don't want it to say, hi, first name Katie, or hi, first name Sam. So I'm going to delete that first name text, and I'm going to leave the tag there because it's going to plug their name in there. So it'll say, hi, Katie, or hi, Jeffrey, or hi, Sarah. And then I'm going to put a comma. Here is your feedback for the, and then I want it to be for it to put the assignment name that they submitted there. And again, I'm going to take out assignment name. Sometimes we'll use that, but not right here. So here's your feedback for the textiles assignment or whatever that might be. And then I'm going to put a colon after it. And next I want it to put their score. This time I'm going to leave score so they know that what that means. And then I'm also going to click on feedback on my tags on the right-hand side. So it'll say, hi, Katie, here's your feedback for the textiles assignment. Your score was 100%, and your feedback says, great job, Katie. Please let me know if you have any questions. This is Diebold. Awesome. So then I could go ahead and preview it if I wanted to, but for now I'm going to hit preview and send. And then let's take a look at that preview. So I had 3 students because this was a group project that submitted that. So hi, first name, that was what was in the category. Here's your feedback for the interview video. Score, feedback, boom. Okay, and if I hit send now, for every row that I have in my spreadsheet, it's going to send those emails to those students. And I can see in my spreadsheet here, it tells me, hey, the email was sent, and you're good. And another thing to know about this is that if I were to run this MailMerge again, these students are not going to receive another email. It will only do that if this column is blank. So students will not receive duplicate emails.